hello. Hello, Main Krill. Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well. It's your first time chatting. Hello. How'd you find me? Just waiting for the ad break to end, right? That way we can start the game. Oh, shit. I'm mentally preparing, right? I'm mentally preparing for this new game. We finished all the Ace Attorney games so far, which is starting from the very first game. The first three we actually started with Ace Attorney Chronicles, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So we did those two first. And then we did the first three. And then we did the Miles Edgeworth investigation, both of them. Actually, no. We did the first three, and then we did 4 and 5. And then, like, in the middle of that gameplay, Miles Edgeworth investigations 1 and 2 came out. So we did that. It took a little bit longer than I expected because I went back to school. So we finished that up, and then now we're here. I know, okay, we finished Dual Destinies, so I don't need to do that. So we're going on to Spirit of Justice now. Which, I hope, wait, did I check, set it correctly? Spirit of Justice, there we go. It is correctly on Spirit of Justice. What is this? Oh, that's the museum. Never mind. Okay. If I remember correctly, number 4 and number 5 didn't have any of the spirit mediums. I mean, unless you talk about episode 2, which has technically spirits. But this one is now taking all place in Khura'in, right? I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm gonna try something different this time. I'm gonna not voice act because it starts to wear on my mentality and my excitement for the game, because whenever I focus on these puzzle games, I love the puzzles themselves and not the flavor text, which sucks because the flavor text makes the puzzles, right? But whenever I focus too hard on the flavor text, it makes me impatient. So we'll try something different this game. Alright, Spirit of Justice. Anyways, it's nice to have you here, Main Krill.
On the western edge of the Far East, lies a peaceful country of spirit mediums and mystery. The Kingdom of Khura'in.
Khura'in, okay. Now we'll know for next time.
But now, the flames of revolution are threatening
Thank you so much for the hydrate.
to consume it whole.
Why? Blurp isn't working, but there we go.
Why my
But
legs
things
don't
like
swollen
revolt,
water?
revolution,
Thank you for that.
were the furthest things from my mind when I first arrived in this land.
Alright, episode 1, the foreign turnabout. Anyways, I feel like everyone should also hydrate, and not just me. Oh, a 3D rendition of the lock. You see those locks a lot in the first 3 games, right? I don't remember the 4th and 5th. Even after death, the soul lives on in the Twilight Realm. And priestesses can commune with the spirits of the dead. Fear not death. In the name of the Holy Mother. Fear only the impurities of your soul. Oh, cool. Ah, this guy got bludgeoned. This blight on my soul. I'll take the blame. Okay, so we know who the baddie is already? It's been a while since I played the mainstay games. Kingdom of Khura'in. I gotta say it multiple times to remember. It's pronounced Khura'in. Finally here. So this is the Kingdom of Khura'in. Huh? A long trip. I wonder how many hours I was in there. Just look at this place. The street. It really feels like I'm in another world. That gorgeous temple, I read that's the center of the town. God damn! Those quads are gonna be working overtime. Now it's right in the middle of the street. I had to get a picture of that. Excuse me, sir. I wonder what kind of bird that is. I've never seen anything like it. But, excuse me, sir. Oh, yes? Pardon me, are you Mr. Wright? Yes, that's right. Oops. Oh, he hasn't been trying to get my attention all this time. Wait a minute, are you... That's right. And Right, this game! Okay, so I have a friend who's not spoiled me on this game in particular, but he tells me that these names are very, 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 very on the nose. I'll be your guide at your service. I'm a monk in training at Temple. God, I want to die. This is making me cringe on so many levels. I'll be your guide around town. Oh God. I'll be your guide on Temple. Very nice to meet you. Hapiraki. Hapiraki. That's how we greet people here in Khura'in. Khura'in? It's like hello or how do you do? It's a pretty handy expression to know. Okay, let me give it a try. Hello, I'm Phoenix Wright. Hapiraki. My small law office. Well, that's what I do back home anyways, but we don't need any self-introductions. We already know who Phoenix Wright is. Welcome to our country. Welcome to the Kingdom of Khura'in. Land of the spirit mediums and mystery. This is for you. To celebrate your arrival. Yeah, mystery, what is this? Mysterious green loving. It looks like bread, man. Have you never had bread? Allow me to explain. This is a famous Khura'inese sweet bun. It's called a magataman, or soul bun. It's shaped like a magatama. It's so yummy, it'll send your soul right to the Twilight Realm. Thanks. Thanks, kiddo. That'll be 12 damas. Thank you for your patronage. What? You have to pay? I have plenty of those on hand, so just let me know if you ever want any more. Stuff with all the tools of his trade. Oops, I almost forgot to tell you something really important. It's about Miss Maya. She can't come see you for a few days yet. Oh. She said she was still training up in the mountains. I told her I'd wait for her here. Either way, I was glad to hear she's in good spirits. Man, it's been a long time since Maya, the spirit medium who used to work as my assistant. But it's been years now, right? Came all the way out here to celebrate the end of her aesthetic training with her. This is my first time in this country, so I'll be counting on you. I'll be counting on you, okay? You got it, sir. Please don't hesitate if you need anything at all. Maya was right when she told me I could leave everything in your capable hands. Ah, shucks, she said that? That sure was nice of her. I had a chance to show Miss Maya around a little bit too. Because we both know trouble likes to follow you wherever you go, she said. Excuse us? Excuse us? You have it worse than we do, right? You've been kidnapped. We haven't. We haven't been a victim of our consequence. The girl worries too much. But you sure came early to the party, Mr. Right, sir. I mean, Miss Maya won't be done with her training for another 2 weeks. I came because I was worried about her too. Oh well, you know. Oh, well, you know. I thought I'd get a little sightseeing first. Oh, sightseeing? Well, I'm your man for that. I'll show you all the best sights the country has to offer. Thanks. That'd be great. Those sights aren't going to see themselves? Shove. Temple, temple. Temple, temple. Who names their temple, 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 temple? Something I really want to show you. Right, this is supposed to be the first case, right? Shouldn't it be easy? I mean, wait, I know the very first game, the first case, we already knew the big bad. Was it like that in the other games too? Because I really can't remember. It's more impressive to... Allow me to explain. This is the heart of our town, Temple Temple. It was created by the founder of Kurainism, the Holy Mother herself. I'm training right here at this temple to be a monk someday. Yeah, look, it's a religion in which ancestral spirits are venerated. The Holy Mother was a great spirit medium who could commune with our ancestors' souls, and spirit mediums become queen to this day. A direct descendants of the Holy Mother. Spirit medium rules the entire country, huh? Talk about power influence. And the main thing you'll want to see when you come to Temple Temple is the Dance of Devotion rite. The Dance of Devotion takes place twice, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. This dance, along with the Song of Ceremony, is performed and offered to the Holy Mother. The Dance of Devotion has the power to summon forth souls from the okay. Slow down. Can't remember all that at once. Oh, I'm sorry, I guess a little overexcited. Anyway, the main thing I got from all that is that you really, really love your country. Hey, Polly! You fought the new... Okay, wait, let's take a pause from this game real quick. Polly, how are you? First off, how are you? I hope you're doing well. And second off, have you fought the new enemy types in the Illuminates? Because how are you? I'm doing great. Because I've seen like images, but I haven't fought them yet, right? I played yesterday, but I haven't encountered any of them. Oh, that's true. Of course, it's hard to everything he does. Yep, me, Warlock Chef, and Zag's hopped on last night. Ooh. How? So, wait, so tell me how it is. Because I have a gist of it, but were you on the major owner planet? Because they're only done there. Oh, wait, no, I was at the planet. I was fighting in the planet right before the... I was fighting on the planet before the major order planet. Faction like the cyborgs. Oh, God. His special discount only charges 10 damas for the... Thank you for your patronage. He pours his heart into aggressive salesmanship too. Come to think of it, Miss Maya told me she could tell I love my country too. They're really cool. Okay, wait. How? They. So the pilot's underneath the whole body, right? So, is it really easy to? Is a pilot like really easy to destroy? Seemed really interested too. She listened to my whole speech. There about them, we cut that later. Alright. Doesn't sound like the Maya I know. What did I miss? Okay. This Maya's so kind and nice. She treats me really well, like a little brother. She's kind of like a big sister to me. This is Maya Fey you're talking about, right? Maybe she's grown up since I last saw her. We're talking about Maya Fey, right? The Maya Fey that gets kidnapped every other game? Gets accused of murder or kidnapped every other game? That Maya Fey? Temple right away, but first, let me give you this lyrics card about for the Song of Ceremony I told you about. Okay. There's an English translation of the lyrics there too, so give it a read, okay? Let's go. What? Oh, hi, the big rush. Hurry, we'll miss the beginning of her benevolence's dance of devotion. Depends on your weapons. With the HMG, they aren't so bad. There are two types of mechs. One that is lightly armored and is a melee combatant, and a more heavily armored version with plasma cannons. Okay, wait. I'll speak. I'll talk about it once this video's over. Got a lot of cutscenes.
I'll be your guide. You're under arrest for treason.
Our guide named I'll Be Your Guide. Oh god, these puns are so cringe. Okay, we're done. With anything, two types of mechs, one that's lightly armored and melee combatant, and a more heavily armored version with plasma cannons. Ooh, plasma cannons! I love plasma cannons. Too bad we'll never get the plasma cannons. One day, right? One day we'll get a plasma cannon. We'll have a plasma cannon. Actually, no, we do. It's the Kazar cannon. Duh. Sorry, I don't know why. I forgot about it. The epoch. Oh, we do have the epoch. I totally forgot about the epoch. Also, I heard that we're getting new exosuits as well, right? It's leaked that we'll get another exosuit. A flamethrower one, I believe. A flamethrower melee, I think it was. Let me in. Why won't you let me in? I don't know. Okay, because you're a foreigner. What business could you have with this corp? My friend's on trial. It'd be cool if we did. It would be cool. I would like an exosuit where we can just shield. I will be your shield. Police raided the temple in the middle of the dance performance yesterday. And arrested Albie on suspicion of treason. I was worried about Albie, so I just had to come see his trial. I want a melee mech. Yeah, a melee mech would be fun. Trials into tourist attractions, so clear off. Oh. Cat. If you want to pick up your scrapbook, before you take one of me and get out of here. Tell him I'm a lawyer. I'm a foreigner, but I'm not your average foreigner. Actually, a lawyer. A lawyer? I can't. That's not possible. What kind of clothes are we wearing? Oh, I totally forgot! I totally forgot. Isn't that your benevolence? Oh my god. The divination seance has been performed. I will now hand down my verdict against the accused. The trial just started. Guilty, there's gotta be some kind of mistake. Please take another look. Seances performed by Princess Rafa are infallible. They show only the truth. What right do you have to question her abilities? Oh my god. So, okay, so back in the main menu, I changed what Phoenix Wright will be wearing. And one of the options was to give Phoenix Wright the El Furio Tigre's outfit, and I totally forgot about it, right? Because I did it like a couple of months ago. Wait, was it a couple of months ago? Hold on. It was back. I'm more curious about this courtroom than Phoenix's clothes, but this place is fancy. I mean, it is it's a court, but I didn't. Dude, is this Gaspin? Hey, isn't it ironic that you are devout adherent of Kurainism? How dare you doubt her insight? Non-believers will only be met with suffering in the Twilight Realm, you know. But I didn't do it. Your benevolence, allow me to explain, I beg of you. Be silent, impudent wolf. There is no merit to be had in indulging in the ramblings born of the criminal's unclean soul. But what in the world is going? Okay, so basically this, so to give a little bit of background, right? This place is like a country centered on spirit mediums, and their ruling monarch, matriarch, is a spirit medium, and and apparently they just concluded a seance with the deceased to determine that the kid is guilty. The judge made his ruling based on something called divination seance, which is really funny, right? Because the whole reason why in the first game, like the very last, I mean the second to last case in the first game, we have, when we were defending Miles Edgeworth, was because the spirit medium did a seance, right? And made the wrong accusation because the dead father didn't want to blame his son, so he accused someone else, but that someone else turned out to be completely innocent. What is Albi's attorney doing? So basically we're gonna upend this whole legal system, right? Wait a minute. Where is Albi's attorney? Why is this happening? I didn't do anything wrong. Child. Doubting the divination seance is tantamount to doubting the Holy Mother herself. Your Majesty, as royal priestess and in the name of the Holy Mother, I command you. Impose the highest penalty against this unclean soul. As you command, so shall it be done, your benevolence. May her holiness grant us her divine favor. Viridihara Kurain.
Viridihara Kurain! Viridihara Kurain! Viridihara Kurain!
And then we're gonna swoop
Objection!
in. What? Dude, the Furio Tigre clothes, god. This got me cackling, bro. Ugh, me and my big mouth. Now what? Mr. Wright, what are you doing here, sir? Well, I'm in it now, so I have to do this right. Your Honor, it's too soon to give your verdict. This trial has only been underway for a few minutes. looking like some Yakuza goon because he is a Yakuza goon. Okay, so let me go back to Furio Tigre, right? He is in which game was this? This was in 2018. Recipe for Turnabout. Was this game number 2? Trials and Tribulations. So that should be game number 3, right? Okay, so in game number 3, we go head to head against a loan shark. And this loan shark basically pretended to be us. Hold on, let me just give you a picture. All right, this Furio Tigre guy pretended to be made himself look like us, and then he had a literal like cardboard badge, which actually we're wearing right now in game. If you'll see it soon. And basically he fake represented Maggie Bird, I believe, and got her a guilty verdict because he wanted to give her a guilty verdict, right? And so we had to deal with him. And okay, so the whole story is, which is really funny, right? He caused an accident, and that accident hospitalized the daughter of a mafia boss. And he's been taking care of her, pretending to be in love with her, I believe, to make it seem as if he was never involved in the accident in the first place. So we exposed that to light, and I believe he's either caught by the mafia. He was either caught by the mafia for a coercion. She sent poison. So no, he went to prison, right? And the person that he caused the accident, Viola. She implies that she poisoned him. She's poisoning him. God damn. So yeah, that outfit was given to us as for Phoenix Wright a few months back, and I put it on, and I totally forgot about it until now. So if you look at his badge, that's made out of cardboard. Excuse me? Who on earth are you? And you, Judge, are looking the same as ever, even though you're in a different country. I'm, well, an ordinary tourist, Your Honor, just passing through. A tourist, are you? Hapiraki. But more importantly, where is this boy's defense attorney? This series is wilder than I expected. Oh my god! You should... Okay, so... There's stage magicians, actual magicians, spirit mediums. Wait, that's a boy? Who? Phoenix? Oh yeah. Albie. You're talking about Albie? Yeah, Albie's a boy. I'll be your guide. Defense? Whatever are you talking about? He doesn't need a defense attorney. Wait, what? Of course you wouldn't be aware, being a foreigner and all. But we have no need for defense attorneys here in the Kingdom of Khura'in. We leave it all up to her benevolence's sacred power of spirit community. Her divination seances determine all. What? But surely you see how unfair that is. What kind of insane court system are they running here? You would dare mock me, you barb-headed buffoon. If you value your life, you will leave post-haste. Or shall I summon the bailiff? The bailiff is that big scary dude with a big scary gun, isn't he? You mean the guy with the AK? I'm sure he would be happy to oblige you with a bullet or two as a souvenir of your travels. At the cost of an arm and leg, no doubt. Now, hold on. Mr. Wright has nothing to do with any of this. Yeah, Albie's... The guy's name is I'll Be Your Guide. And you know what he did? He was, like, you know what he was before he got arrested? He was our guide. The boy's name is I'll Be Your Guide. And he was working as a guide. And you know what this whole like central area is called? It's called Temple. I'm not shitting you. The name puns in here are through the roof, and well, it's in Bully Rudolph's paradise. I appreciate that what you're trying to do, Mr. Wright, but never mind about me. You just go ahead and go see Miss Maya. But forget about me. You have to go now. I'm sure you can find another guy. There are lots of more places I wanted to show you, but it looks like I won't get a chance now. I'm sorry. Okay, he's trying to put on a brave face, but look how terrified he is. What can I do? Go find Maya. No. We can't do that. We know this guy's innocent because we watched the preview. You can't just let a verdict be handed down with nobody standing in Albie's corner. If Albie doesn't have a defense attorney, then I'll do it. I'll defend him. Defend him? You can't be serious. You hear that? He lost his mind? Heaven forbid! Defend me, Mr. Wright! What are you saying? You can't do that. I most certainly can. Don't worry, I'm quite used to tackling all sorts of trials. Besides, can you imagine how furious Maya would be if I let anything happen to you? Mr. Wright, you're but a naive tourist, ignorant of our ways. Design documents of a cancelled Fallout game. We're going to have you fight Emperor Huang Ji. The guy was Emperor. Oh my god, there's an old show. But if you are smart, you will heed my advice. Do not pursue this matter any further. Okay, there was an old show on Nickelodeon, and there was a character named Professor. What's that show called? I don't know. Professor. Wait, maybe Professor. No, I don't remember. Like no one remembers. I feel like I'm the only person who's like had this fever dream of a show. Maybe Google will find it. Fictional character named Professor. Aha! I found it. It was called. The show is called The Secret. Yeah, and there was an antagonist named yes, The Secret. Yeah, it is. I knew I wasn't crazy. Holy shit! The Professor, and then there's the Secret show, and the antagonist was Doctor, and I just god, the double naming is so. I don't know, man. It's just like too on the nose, you know? Okay, enough of that. Back to the game. Looks like defending somebody is easier said than done in this country. Bailiff, throw this man. Hold it! Your Majesty, if you please. You have something to say, Mr. Payne? Why not allow Your Majesty? Why not have him defend the accused? It could prove very interesting. Right, Mr. Phoenix, right? Do I know you? Mr. Whoever you... Actually, we know who he is. He's Gaspin Payne? Winston Payne's brother? Prosecutor, are you acquainted with this traveler? That's Chief Prosecutor, Your Majesty. And yes, I am acquainted with him. This guy. Weren't you kicked out of LA, man? Weren't you kicked out of LA for being a corrupt prosecutor? He's a defense attorney from my native land. I've had dealings with him in the courtroom before, and you lost. Heavens to Betsy. Who the... Huh? Where did this turn of phrase come from? You're a high priestess. What the hell did heavens to Betsy come from? What? Mr. Wright, you're a defense attorney? Oh yeah, we also got disbarred in game number 4. But then we got our thing back. A defense attorney. Well, this is a shock. You may be surprised to hear that I have more than 10 years of experience. I guess there aren't all that many lawyers around here? Your Majesty, would you kindly allow us to proceed in the matter of my old country? But Mr. Payne, I've already made a ruling in this case. Call it nostalgia if you will, but I am most eager to give it a try. We'll stay lurking, see you later, Sen. See you later, Polly, have a good dinner. But I have a previous engagement, you see a class together with the missus. Your Majesty, I agree, we should have a whack at it. It sounds amusing. If you want to try out the new squids later on tonight, hit me up. I will! A score of years have passed since we last saw a defense attorney in this courtroom. A score? As in 20 years? What's the deal with this country? Mr. Payne, I want that barbed head brought to me on a stick. As you wish, your benevolence, I, Chief Prosecutor Payne, will see to it myself. Very well, Mr. Payne. If that's what you and her benevolence want, I will acquiesce. As for the defense, I hope you are prepared for every eventuality. Every eventuality? What is he talking about? There, are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Yes, thank you, Mr. Payne, and sorry for not remembering you earlier. That's Chief Prosecutor, or the Incredible Payne, as I'm known in this country. And you'll see soon enough just why that is, when you're forced to capitulate to me before this very court of law. Why is he so strangely confident? Not only that, but what's with the gallery? So much. More lawyer hate than even back then. Now, if you please, you give your opening argument once again, Mr. Payne. Certainly, Your Majesty. The accused is charged with 2 crimes, larceny and murder. Yesterday, the Founder's Orb was stolen from the treasure room from the Temple. In addition to the death, 2 other things were discovered in the treasure room. The dead body of Mr. Patrol, Temple security guard, and the empty treasure box that housed the orb, which Mr. Roll was in charge of guarding. We believe that Mr. Roll was murdered by the thief who stole the treasure. Kill a guard armed with a gun. What a terrifyingly bold act. I couldn't agree more, Your Majesty. Please allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and crime scene. Okay. Well, I want to look at that right away, since we had evidence presented in court as well. It's kind of refreshing, actually. You may rely on the power of the seances, but our police still carry out investigations. Thus, any proof I provide is indisputable. Oh, really? Well, forgive me if I just don't take your word for it. I can check the court evidence. Okay. Stealing the sacred treasure of Her Holiness, our founding mother, is a crime that strikes at the very heart of our nation. Exactly, Your Majesty. We mustn't let the culprit get away with these heinous deeds. Indeed, such deeds are best described as treason against the crown. Of course it is. Why it was sealed into the very soul, the mitama of the Holy Mother. Sealed into treasure. Okay. Believe it, don't you? The reference is wax. Why I dislike this story so much. Your Majesty, what is it now? This treasure. I've never seen it, so it's a little hard for me to imagine. I see a photo of it. Your defense attorneys are truly beyond the pale. Or anyone outside of the royal family to view the treasure itself. They say that anyone without the proper spiritual power would be blinded instantly. That is why the average person has never seen the treasure, Mr. Wright. Okay, so for shamelessly uninformed defense, let me share this newspaper article. It includes photo taken about 8 years ago when the treasure was unearthed. These are the only public photos of the outer box in existence. What's more, the treasure box only leaves the temple's treasure room but once a year for a special New Year's rite that takes place in the palace. Therefore, this treasure box has only ever been seen by a handful of people. There's been seen of things desolately of historic artifacts from the temple. Majesty, inexcusable thievery of precious natural treasures for personal gain. The culprit is the accused. So he used his position as monk in training to get his hands on the treasure, that is. The accused family is by no means wealthy. To help with family finances, he works as a tour guide in addition to his aesthetic training. Thank you for giving an excellent outline of the case, Mr. Payne. Now then, no more questions from the defense, I presume. What? No, I do have questions. Even more, but you asked a bunch. I'll make it snappy. My class starts in a few short minutes. What? He's still planning on going to that thing? There's still a lot I don't know about the case. Now, now while I have the chance. What else do I need to know more about the crime scene? Mr. Payne, where did the crime take place? What? As I already stated, it was in the treasure room of the temple. Okay. I have. Okay. The weapon? We actually kind of know what the... Cerebral contusion from a head injury, and we know that it's from the box itself. And then he's gonna say the motive is for money, right? So let's go for the weapon. What was a murder weapon? The treasure box itself. The empty treasure box left at the scene had a large blood stain on it. How utterly reprehensible using the sacred treasure box for murder. The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure. He climbed the altar stairs and snatched the box, ready to abscond with it. But he was discovered by Mr. Roll, who had come to the room in the course of his rounds. After walloping Mr. Roll on the head with the treasure box, the accused forced the bloody housing. Wait, that makes no sense. He had a gun! The defendant is just a little boy. I hardly think he would be able to hit the victim, a grown man, on the head. Very good point, Miss Wright, but I'm afraid that won't help you. At the time of the crime, the accused was on the stairs leading up to the altar. The accused's elevated position would more than make up for their difference in stature. Well, accused, just a moment, don't you think you're rushing the verdict? Yes, you are. I already saw how the time flies so fast. He's still stuck on that? Then I will take up your time. We haven't even heard the defendant's side of the story yet. Your Majesty, the defense asserts its right to cross-examine the defendant. Did I say something funny? What do you mean by that? What? What do you mean, what do I mean? Some dim recollection of the process, but I can't quite recall. A so-called defendant has been questioned in over 20 years. I demand that we let the defendant, or the accused, tell his side of the story. Yeah, of course it's necessary, dude. He'll have anything of relevance to say. And I'm hopefully a little late for my class anyways. State your name and occupation, if you would. I'll be your guide. Trained to be a monk, and I'm a tour guide too. Crossing them to defend it. His mice was giving him a piece of our mind. You know, I know you're. Yeah, we're defending you. What? I wouldn't have given you that tour. What? Being loathed by a client. Now, the accused, please. The incident around noon, during the day break between the morning and afternoon dance of devotion. Bro, what? You are dead either way! You're dead unless I try! I didn't kill Mr. Roll and I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure. I've never even seen the treasure box with the green Koreanese butterfly on it. What? How do you know there's a butterfly on it? I was in the... I was planning out my tour route. Okay, wait, I have a question. What? He used to chat with me whenever... ran into Mr. Wolf's monk in training when he was a kid too, you know. But he had to give that up and go to work when his family needed the money. That's why when he became a guard. But at least that way he could stay on at the temple. He was so proud when he put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the palace for the New Year's rite. Both died relatively young, so Mr. Roll had to support his younger brothers and sisters as well. But even with his job as a security guard, I'm sure things couldn't have been easy for him. Mr. Roll encouraged me to never give up. Albie, you train hard and make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he said. He was always cheering me on in my training and my tour guide business too. Why in the world would I kill a nice man like that? No. I haven't even cross-examined. Bruh. A judge who doesn't even know... Judge are not necessary. You'll just have to learn, bitch. Watch and learn. Okay, I have a question. How do you know there was a green butterfly?
Hold it!
Box with a butterfly on it. You can see that in a newspaper article. Look. Release the curry. I have a question, but how do you know it was green?
Objection!
Why would you lie to me? So you say you never laid eyes on the treasure box, is that right? That's right, it's forbidden, so I'd never do that. In that case, how did you know there was a green butterfly on it? Huh? But because I saw a picture of it in that newspaper article. No, take another look. These photos are in black and white. You can possibly tell what color the butterfly is from these pictures. Hold on, his bag. Did it just move? Polkunka. I beg your pardon? Polkunka. It's a word in Koreanese that people use when they're surprised. You just exposed lies, so this is the power of a cross-examination, is it? But just a moment, if the accused was lying, then that just makes him even more suspicious than ever. Unfortunately, yes, are you hiding something? Please give only true statements. I can't help you if you don't tell the truth. Darn, can't get him to open. You have seen the treasure box with your own eyes after all, haven't you? Well, maybe I did take a peek one time a long time ago, when I was cleaning the treasure room. But you weren't in the treasure room at the time of the incident, right? Of course I was.
Objection!
That is a lie. You were the most definitely inside the treasure room on the day of the incident. And I have proof. He does? This was found on the floor of the treasure room. The scroll entitled Notice and contains a list of temple monk duties and instructions pertaining to the day of the incident. What exactly is supposed to prove? I mean, the accused fingerprints were found on the scroll. What? I must have dropped it somewhere when you were committing the crime! Indeed, you must have dropped it when you were busy murdering the victim! No. Albie was there on the day of the incident. Wait, you did a growing number of thefts. All the hallway shutters will remain shut for the days. Okay. That's it? That is the power of cross-examination. The more accused talk, the guiltier he paints himself. Shadow, what do I do? Now, by the way, this didn't prove to be very interesting at all, Mr. Payne, but nevertheless, I will finally announce my verdict. I'm not done! I haven't seen this divination seance for myself yet. In defense, I have the right to check it. I'm having Mr. Wright see the seance. The liar being utterly crushed by the power of the seance and then watch him tearfully beg for mercy. Bruh. Juicy. Tidbit. Okay, let's go watch the seance. Your benevolence, Rafa Padma Karain. Thank you for coming also again. Gratitude. This is simply my duty. Barb-headed attorney. The veracity of the sacred divination seance. I've already seen a seance before, and it was not infallible. It was very, very, very much fallible. Fair trial for Albie. The trials of the plain outsider. How verdicts founded on truths imparted by the very souls of the deck. What's fair about trials with no defense and no chance for accused to tell their story? You're not disquieted, my people. He merely expresses his opinion. Attorneys are ghastly creatures with souls stained black by brazen untruth. The low words of lowly worms such as that are not worth troubling yourselves with. This party prattling can sway the truth of my insights. You will soon see the error of his foolish ways. Alright, let's do the seance. Ah, she's holding her fingers over the Magatama.
Oh, Holy Mother.
Oh my god, there's voice
We
acting!
hold this divination seance in your name.
I wasn't expecting
Let
that.
the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
That was crazy, because, okay, the whole time of these games, there's never been voice acting beyond the objection, hold it, not so fast. But we got this whole dialogue. I was not expecting. Actually, technically, Great Ace Attorney Chronicles had it, right? I know a lot of the talking from Naruhodo, the Great Ancestor, had a lot of dialogue. But beyond that, I mean, she is technically a main character, I guess. So are we gonna have to do this every chapter? Because if so, I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about that. Incense. Song of Ceremony, Boy's Voice. Is that... That is so vague. A final message from the victim's soul, the last communication of his Mitama. Divination Seance has revealed this to us. Her benevolence can use her power of spirit community to project the victim's memories of the last few moments before the demise. So what we saw in the pool is what Mr. Roll actually experienced. In the victim's memories, we see the accused raising a weapon up over his head. Do we even know this is consistent with the findings of the police investigation? I didn't do it. Okay. Incredible pain. Yeah, you're more like a pain in my ass. Really a victim. What can I do with them? Well, I have a question about that actually. No. Won't even invoke the Defense Culpability Act against you. You'd be assumed to sink back to your own country with your tail being. You mean you honestly don't know? I know. Well. Not only is he a lying, black-hearted lawyer, he's also an imbecile. Your Majesty, I think you better explain the Defense Culpability Act. The Defense Culpability Act, or the DC Act, or for short is as follows. In the name of Her Eminence, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In other words, if you help the accused by defending him and he is found guilty, you will receive the same sentence as he. What? Under the DC Act, many an attorney has been convicted and met with a grim fate. Some went to prison, others received the death penalty. That's why there are so few in our country today who admit to being attorneys. then your laws are wrong. That's it, as it should be. The history of our courts proves that attorneys are black-souled creatures who will tell any lie to save the accused. Thus, attorneys deserve to be exterminated.
Exterminate! Annihilate!
Am I in the Doctor Who world all of a sudden? Are these all Daleks? Exterminate! Exterminate! Fell right into my trap, Phoenix, right? Your win streak against me and my brother ends today. With the Seance and the DC Act on my side, I'll finally get my revenge. Okay, stand up. Bad fate brought me to the hills of Khura'in. Thank my lucky stars that I'm the chief prosecutor here now. I rule that the accused is guilty, you will go to prison too. Magistrate, this isn't a prison sentence a bit lenient. After all, we're talking about treason. One should pay for such a crime with one's life. Death penalty. I'll have you put your life and your dark taint soul on the line here. Bruh. Courts of Resident Dark Courts are well known as thus. In this land where my seance is proved by the truth and no attorneys can intervene. Bruh. I ask you once more. Are you sure you still want to defend? Yes. Continue the defense. Because we know he's innocent. We know he's the... Help with the... Holy shit, we're getting game number 1 flashbacks. Holy shit. And everything I believe in. Guess what? Hey, Isaiah, how are you? What's up? All I can do now is stand firm and fight.
Objection!
Even if it means being subject to the Defense Culpability Act, I will defend Albie. I'm making a Patreon pack for CCC. Oh, nice. What? But, Mr. Wright. The defendant insists he's innocent, and not even a defamation seance should be accepted without an examination. That's cool. What's the Patreon pack gonna have? Kunka. But if I'm found guilty, you'll get the death penalty too. Even knowing that, you still want to defend me? I don't know what happened in the past, but it looks like everyone in the country considers lawyers to be liars, so I can understand if you don't believe. But I still believe in you and your innocence. So all I have to do is keep believing and find the truth. That's all there is to it. Barb-headed attorney, you continue to amuse me. Though your barb jabs are proven to be more than mere jokes. Your benevolence. Believe me when I say that this attorney will knock your insides out. Insolent, disrespectful attorney. You'll have plenty of time to regret your folly in the Twilight Realm. Oh, hi, Cat. Not a wise move, Traveler. Not wise at all. You should have taken the chance I offered to save your life. But you have made your choice. The Defense Culpability Act will be applied in this case. And with the verdict, you'll soon be parting with your heads. The souls of the departed speak only the truth, and I give their messages a voice. If you think my insights contain falsehood, I challenge you to prove it. We will. Just watch. The accused swung whatever he was holding down onto his head. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. Still, I can't believe it. A murder after the morning of the dad's devotion. These are the victim's experiences just before his death. Did you notice the words that appear in the seance vision? Can think of it, I did see words like Song of Ceremony and Incense. The victim's final memories are not limited to sight alone. Sight, smell, taste, sound, touch, all is laid bare in the pool of souls. So what Mr. Roll experiences with his 5 senses appears in the vision as words, right? Precisely, and by examining these sensations, we can perceive the victim's final moments with unparalleled clarity. Okay. You want to... Very well. Incense. Song of Ceremony, boy's voice. Pain. But that's 4. Not all. Where's the 5th sense? Oh, I guess sight after the morning of dance of devotion. First, I'll use left stick to make my way to insight that seems off. And then insight with seance vision. If I see notice a sensation. Sense. Song of Ceremony.
Objection!
Wait just a moment. Yes, what is it, barbed head? You're saying the incident occurred after the morning of dance of devotion, right? That's right. What of it? Then isn't it strange that Mr. Roll could still hear the Song of Ceremony? Oh my, you're absolutely right. Huh, is that all that troubles you? Huh? What the victim heard was just a practice run of the Song of Ceremony. Practice run? What are you talking about? Mr. Payne, if you would. Certainly, allow me to explain. The incident occurred in the interval between the morning and afternoon dances. During that time, the singers were practicing in the performance hall. Precisely. I was there as well, so I can corroborate this statement. So what the victim heard was a practice session. That must be the room where Albie and I saw her benevolence dancing. I admit one detail troubles me. It's a big temple. The performance hall and the treasure room are quite far from each other. Could the song really be heard all the way in the treasure room? He's right. It's a very big temple. Well, how about it, Mr. Payne? Your Majesty, have you forgotten? There are speakers in every room in the temple, including the treasure room. Speakers? For what purpose? They're sacred music and performance held throughout the temple. So, you even... think nothing of it. I'm just gonna have to alter your insights for us. Swung... Hi, cat. Hard focus on the insights with seance vision. I'll try using pause to I can't see, cat! Pause vision. A, B, and X to jump to different parts of the vision. I'll try moving the mark to the flashing red panel there. Inconsistencies, insights, and the vision. With pain, that's when he lost his life. Okay, swung. Let's rewind.
Objection!
Nope. And no inconsistency. I guess I was wrong. Ow. One of her instantly. Okay, so it's gotta be this one. With pain, the visions report, here. Wait, hold on. What if we rewind a little? And then, with the pain, he lost vision before the pain.
Objection!
You're saying the victim's field of vision went dark right after he was struck, correct? Of course, as anyone with eyes can see. Well, pardon me, but I must disagree. What? Your benevolence, please take another look at the exact moment the victim felt pain. Oh, everything goes black and then, only after that, the victim feels pain. Inconceivable. You keep saying that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. This places the order of events at odds with what you say happened. My word. Pukunka, your benevolence, what is the meaning of this? I cannot be wrong. My insights are beyond fallacy. If what the defense says is true, this is a very grave matter indeed. Please forgive me, your benevolence, but I'm afraid this contradiction is something we simply can't ignore.
Objection!
Now, let's not be too hasty, your majesty. I think I can clear this up. 1,000 apologies, soon prosecuted. And then there was a power outage, a blackout in one part of the temple. And as I recall, the crime scene was in that sector. The power outage must be why the victim's field of vision went dark. I'm afraid it slipped my mind, and only letting it slip down in both the lights and the speakers. Wait! No, it doesn't. I have an issue now. I still have an issue. Hold up. Hold the phone. Keep going. Okay. How do I...
Objection!
How can you still hear the Song of Ceremony after the blackout? As impressive as your spirit communion power is, it's not infallible. You never know when to stop talking, do you? I hope you realize your words are an insult to all adherents of Kurainism. Defense, what you have to say. If you don't mind that tongue of yours, you won't have one left to mind. It's certainly not my intention to insult spirit mediums, but maybe I'm not the one who needs to learn when to stop talking. What malarkey. I believe you said a few moments ago that the victim could hear the Song of Ceremony thanks to the temple speakers. But then, how do you explain how the victims could still hear the Song of Ceremony even after the power went out? This contradiction of facts can only mean that the Song of Ceremony Mr. Roll heard was not coming from the speakers. What? Impossible! What are you saying? That the song he heard was coming directly from the performance hall? That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the only possible explanation. But the scene of the crime was nowhere near the performance hall. You're right. The song couldn't make it all the way to the treasure room, not unless... You mean to say... Yes, the treasure room was not the actual crime. It must have been somewhere else, somewhere closer to the performance hall. What? You can't be serious. There's a clear contradiction that explains of her benevolence in the prosecution. Therefore, the defense insists that this case be thoroughly re-examined. What? No. It's completely unprecedented. An inconsistency in her benevolence's insights. Unbelievable. Heed not to his forked tongue, your majesty. These are but the claims of a corrupt lawyer, a feeble ruse from a feeble mind. But the contradiction revealed by the defense is undeniable. We can't just turn a blind eye to it. But the defense's assertion is, in the end, meaningless. Even if the location of the murder turned out to be different, it doesn't change what we've seen of the moment of the murder. Indeed, the accused is standing right there in front of the victim. Furthermore, the murder weapon remains raised above his head. My insights still stand. I hate to admit it, but she's right. Now, the vision still makes the situation look really grim for Albie. I don't need explanation why. The accused has his hands up over his head, while this defense dares to dream. What? So you better prepare to back up your claim. Remember what will happen to that tongue of yours if you're just wanging it. Prepare the tongue shears. Chop chop! Chop chop! I think I saw a suitable pair in the face. Stop! hear that lying lawyers have several tongues to spare. I'm sure he won't miss one. The reason the defendant had his hand up over his head can be explained by something in the crime photo. The gun.
Take that!
As in the seance vision, I witnessed the defendant raise both of his hands over his head yesterday. Where did you see such? The police had their guns trained on him as they made their arrest. Oh, are you saying the victim was a security guard and an armed one at that? The defense proposes that the victim had pointed his firearm at Albie. And that's why the defendant's hands were raised in the air. Polkunka! Oh my god, you are so overly dramatic. Oh, she fainted. Oh, she actually fainted. Oh, who would have thought seance vision could be interpreted that way? This is not possible. It can't be. Not bad for a total knockout. Oh, she came back up. He's no better. Greatest dirt. A contradiction in one of my insights. There has to be some kind of mistake. I won't accept it. Jail. His Majesty.
Exterminate! Annihilate!
I said peace! Oh, thank you, Judge. You actually got me here. Assign this black-hearted attorney as suitable punishment. No, I will not. His Majesty. Why not, Your Majesty? He's following the proper procedure for defending the accused. There's nothing unlawful about that. Don't give you go home and make it up with your wife. We can't end the trial now, not when we just learned new information about the case. Why? Your Majesty, not you too. You would honestly entertain the idea that my insight contains a contradiction. Truly, it is shocking. In the 20+ years since the DC Act went into effect, such a thing has never occurred. To be honest, I didn't want to believe it either. But with his life on his line, the defense pointed out an inconsistency. And it is our duty to scrutinize it to the satisfaction of the law. You non-believer. How dare you call him a non-believer? It's as strong as ever, but I have a duty to make a fair ruling in this trial. If you insist on interfering with that process, your benevolence, I'm afraid I must request your removal from this courtroom, royal priestess or not. What? I'll have you know. Your benevolence? Oh, hell yeah! This judge is so good! Please acquiesce in this, your benevolence. If looks could kill. Forget this offense, barbed head. I will not admit defeat. I won't. Mitama will face due retribution. The demons out there will. They'll pluck the barbs right off your stupid head. My god, she is a brat. Yeah, she's still just a teenager after all. Now then, defense, Mr. Light, was it? Yeah, sure, Mr. Light. Mr. Light, yeah, got me. Nearly uncovered fact, I suggest we proceed with the arguments. I trust you completely, so don't even think about lying to this court. I mean, we've already done it once. We've gotten around it once. The defense still doesn't get it. The truth he unearthed is going to bury him in his cage. Oh, he's probably gonna say something about how he was caught stealing. Was about committed theft. But he didn't kill. Look at where he was hit in the back of the head. The defensive just trying to steal his treasure. The guard pointed his gun at his accused. However, now the accused murdered the victim and hid his body in the treasure. Ah. I don't know. Albie will fall for his evil trap, and you'll only dirty your own soul. You have to tell me the truth, Albie. I can't help you unless you do. Come on. Albie, you gotta say something, man. You're either dead or you're dead. I never met a real lawyer before. Everybody always told me they're bad. That bad people who help dirty criminals go free. I never thought a lawyer would actually try to help me. Would actually believe in me. Would risk his own life for me. I never would have even imagined it. So that's why I lied, to try and save myself. But I'm not going to lie anymore. Okay, enough to put your life on the line, then I'm going to believe in you too. What? Allow me. Allow me to explain. Excellent. To be honest, I went into the treasure room lots of times to look at the treasure box. Temple told you weren't allowed to go anywhere near it. Yes, I'm sorry. Mr. Roll even saw me once and scolded me. But that box is so beautiful, the way it glows in the dark, I couldn't help myself. The way it glows in the dark? That's right, it's covered in this special mineral called fluoronite that makes it glow. It's absolutely breathtaking. It's really a shame they don't put it on display for the public. Can you imagine how many people would go on night tours of the temple if they did? On the day of the incident, I was on my way to the treasure room again, when I ran into Mr. Roll on the great stairs. No, there were the great stairs that connect to the hallway. Excellent. We got new information. He drew his gun and threatened me with it. Mr. Roll, he acted so scary. For some reason, he had a scarf over his mouth. I couldn't read his expression at all. Just then, the power went out, so I took that chance to hightail it out of there. I ran for my life. Even now, when I try to think back on it, all I can remember are the gun and the piercing look in Mr. Roll's eyes. That must have been when I dropped the notice scroll. Did Mr. Roll say anything to you when you ran into him on the stairs? I have no idea why, but he asked me a strange question. Did you steal it? He said. What? Sorry. I'm sorry I didn't say all this before. I didn't think anybody would believe me.
Objection!
The big simply misread.
Objection!
Where's the smoke? There's fire, as they say. It was stolen, just not by him. Shadow, what do I do, Shadow? You can see the treasure box in his hands. In the course of rounds, the victim must notice the treasure has been stolen. And then just after that... Okay, but why would he... But that makes no sense. Why would he come back down? What the hell just flew out? It's a puppy! Hey, Shadow, down, boy. Well, what do we have here? I'm sorry about this. This is my dog, Shadow. You nearly gave me a heart attack. So that was making his bad move. Can't you quiet that yappy mutt down? Shadow says that Mr. Roll made a mistake. Don't tell me this is a surprise witness for the defense. No. We did do it once! But... Mr. Payne... Doesn't mean somebody else couldn't have struck the victim at the time. Who but the accused standard could have done it? Someone else. The actual thief. Where else could the victim have struck from?
Take that!
From behind. With the defendant standing in front of the victim, isn't it possible that the victim could have been struck from behind? I would say. Yes, I suppose not outside the realm of plausibility. But who do you suppose it could have been? The true culprit, naturally, the one who actually committed the theft and murder. A true timeline of events to go along with that. Alright. After going to the treasure room and stealing the treasure, the true culprit tried to escape. But then Mr. Roll appeared, making his rounds. I imagine the culprit then quickly hid in the storeroom on the other end of the hallway. You're grasping at straws. When you ran into Mr. Roll in the hallway, was there anyone around the storeroom area? I don't know, there might have been somebody there, but I couldn't see. I was only halfway down the stairs, so I couldn't see the ends of the hallway. Oh, Shadow says that someone was there. Okay. Maybe the defendant didn't happen to see this other person, but that doesn't mean the true culprit couldn't have been there in the hallway.
Objection!
Your desperate floundering is getting hard to watch. I will enjoy watching you sink. Only the accused and the victim were there in that hallway at the time of the incident. How can you continue to make that assertion? There was a witness. A very... What? Okay, here's the real killer. It's Jesus. He's loving and understanding. The name, like Temple's head monk. Can you dig? Understanding. Damalan expert. Here she is, my sweet serenade, one and only. Social sounds once before a brother. When Dragon and Tiger. Oh, that's the song from Dance of Devotion. Song ceremony. Doing together is a pressure getting for me and my girl here to dig. How dare you blame it on the kid and then pretend to be a nice person? By the by, matches 3 pops. No Damalan class today. Trial's gone to overtime thanks to the lawyer over here. Never entrust a lawyer, man. Against the Holy Mother, had to be brought to justice. And stolen. That was not cool. Treasure saves one of your duties. It's your understand. The tears won the only treasure box key. And I keep it on me at all times. So you're the one who opened it. Treasure box. In Magatama key and this historical artifact to boot. From head monk to head monk at the temple. Magatama. Jack the treasure on my watch. I'm gonna face her holiness again. With the accused and heading to the treasure room. I'm already tired of your music, old man. After the morning of Dance of Devotion, I go back to my chamber. I got the notion. Don't you know the chamber's on the way? The temple's treasure room. Hey. Any small footsteps? I can quite clearly hear. Anyone to the treasure room go here. Before the blackout, one other than roll. God. Hey, Kano! Thanks for redeeming first. Like, can you believe Mr. Roll bit the big one after that? You discovered the victim's body, weren't you? Understanding? You found the body as well. So... he is a key witness. That's right, brother. After the blackout, I went to reset the breaker and give power back to the people. The circuit box is near my chamber, so I'm always a man for the job, you feel me? Just from hunting Pokemon? My hands are so cold. Oh, did you go, like Pokemon Go hunting? The breakers are in the first floor hallway in the front of the storeroom. More like you... Blood, man, I'm really harsh, my mellow. I knew something wasn't kosher, so I swung by the treasure room to see what's what. Does pull dead and dormant. I defeated 9 gyms. Holy shit! I haven't played Pokemon Go in a long time, but damn. That's a whole, that should give you the chance to go fight the Elite Four, am I right? The interval between the end of the Dance of Devotion and the blackout. Went to the scene of the crime where the victim and accused. On this unstable accounts, what the accused arrested. Hold it. Isn't it possible the murder took place before the end of the dance of devotion? It was a performance hall until the very end of the dance. It was. A photo of the morning's dance of devotion taken by a tourist. Mr. Roll on duty. Hold on. I want to look at that image again. It's so loud I can hardly hear. Oh shit, my bad. Let me lower the volume. Also, I'm pretty quiet right now. Testing. Also, that guy's music was very loud too. Hold on. Oh, I wanted to look at the photo. Hold on. There we go. You weren't too quiet. That's the same key? Why does that key look more like a question mark? You should have taught Albie better, man. Oh, that's Holy Mother. Oh, Albie, confess your sins, my young brother. I didn't kill Mr. Roll, so I don't have anything to confess to the Holy Mother. What? Bogus, little man. Your faith is weak like a wet paper bag. Are you feeling me? Spare the rod, hey baby. Swallow the child, not maybe. This guy's a killer, by the way. His magnanimous son. If you confess your guilt, he'll forgive you in the Twilight Realm. Please don't tell me I have to listen to his music again. Oh yeah, it's still, the game is still too loud. Hold on. There we go. After one, I go back to Cherry where I got the notion. Don't you know my chamber is on the way? To the trampled. Okay. Any small if anyone goes to treasure room goes near it, Albie was the only one. Albie or the blackout. Other than Roll, only Albie to the treasure room did stroll.
Hold it!
Even inside your chamber, you could hear what's going on outside. It's groovy, built from just finest. You can only hear Pedro out the wooden walls. Okay. No couple movements. Shut up! Shut up! Albie was the only one. Don't know. Chamber's on the way. Where your chamber is located. On the way from the performance hall to the treasure room. So we would have to pass by Understanding's chamber. Okay, wait, but isn't... Can I... All the hallways shutter. Wait, can I listen to this? Can I see this, shutters? Can you hear a pin drop to the wooden walls here? Okay. Maybe I do present on that. How do you know if Albie was the only one? How do you know? Albie is practical and the smooth groove of his shoes are easy to pick out. Didn't you think it was possible he went to the storeroom at the other end of the hall? I saw him with my own 2 eyes. Saw him! In the treasure room, you can... My peeper speed, the sneak out, Albie. Where you stood when you saw the accused. I heard the footsteps, I looked out the window. My window I can see the window of the first floor hallway across the courtyard. You dig? Wait! This is very important! Yes, add to the testimony. Holy shit! Thank you for lying!
Objection!
There's something off about that, Mr. Understanding. My music is off? I'm sorry you feel that way, man. Maybe this vibe ain't topping the charts where you're from. What's your poison, orchestra? Jazz, soul? There's nothing wrong with my ears, your witness, but something's not quite right with your eyes. Mr. Understanding, you've been lying to this court. Now why would I lie? I got nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. Truth and truth alone is... Truth and truth alone is all I seek. Lying ain't my thing. But you are lying. He's plays the same music over and over. I contend otherwise. Do you recognize this object, Mr. Understanding? It's a temple notice, man. What of it? In this notice, the following instruction to the temple monks is written. All of the hallway shutters will remain shut for today's dance of devotion. What you talking about, Phoenix? What you talking about, Phoenix? I'm talking about the fact that you're from your chamber. You couldn't have seen anyone going to the treasure room through those shutters. Looks like you didn't get the memo. No way! I don't believe it, man. If you don't believe it, why don't you read the notice for yourself? Let's see. Something, something, will, something, for something, something. Is that your idea of reading? I'm not so hot at reading Koreanese, man. I usually get one of those other monks to read stuff for me, you know? Dude, doesn't that make your duties as head monk a little difficult? Hey, cut me some slack, man! I only moved to this country 6 months ago. How are you head monk already? After 6 months, how did someone who's only been here 6 months become head monk of a temple? How little religious faith can be measured in months or years? I've only been a Koreanism for 3 months myself. The Holy Mother's teachings really spoke to me, prompting me to stay to this country. More like you found an opportunity to be a corrupt prosecutor and only win-win-win, and that's why you're here. I know, Her Holiness, teaching spoke to me too. Brother Dumb and Brother Dumber. Well, I know why Pain suddenly became a believer in Koreanism, but could understand it have an ulterior motive for becoming a believer too. Mr. Understanding, were you really in your chamber as you claim? Hey, be chill, brother. Weren't you instead somewhere else?
Objection!
Mr. Wright, what kind of nonsense are you spouting now? According to Mr. Understanding's testimony, he saw Albie with his own eyes. Therefore, is it really nonsense to suggest he could have been seen Albie from somewhere else? Hey, Plastic, thank you so much for 23 months in a row. I appreciate that. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Do you have a security defense? Do you know where Mr. Understanding was, if not in his chamber? If Albie had gone down to the hallway towards the treasure room, there's only a few places he could have seen Albie from. You just really did see Albie going towards the treasure room. What then? Defense proposes this is the only place that could have been to see Albie go down that hall.
Take that!
There? But you suggested earlier that's where the true culprit might have been. Mr. Foreign Lord, don't tell me. Are you accusing Mr. Understanding of being the true culprit of the case? Yes. Your Majesty, I contend there's a strong possibility this witness is a murderer. The background music is so good, though. How dare you be so disrespectful? First you criticize her benevolence insights, now you accuse the head monk of murder.
Objection!
This is the only place the witness could have been. If he was here, he could have struck the victim down from behind and moved his body to the treasure room. That's nothing but groundless conjecture. And there's one more thing. Do you remember what was said in the opening argument? The opening argument. During that argument, it was suggested that Albie used his position as monkey training to get his hands on the treasure. That's right, and what of it? Well, why don't we try this twist on for size? The thief used his position as head monk of the temple to get a hold of the treasure. What? What? You joshing me, man. The key to the treasure box has been passed down from head monk to head monk. What better position to be in if you want to steal the treasure? You can't possibly seem serious. Does this mean you're claiming that Mr. Understanding's oath of faith is nothing but a lie designed to get him close to the treasure? The witness hasn't been truthful in this testimony to this court. So clearly he isn't above lying. Didn't you swear to the Holy Mother that not but the truth would you bring? In light of that, I don't think it's unfair to call your faith into question.
Objection!
This is ridiculous. Are there no limits to what this lawyer will say? I mean, why such a strong word? Enough with the nervous wreck routine, prosecutor. You're just embarrassing yourself, man. What? What was that, Mr. Understanded? Lawyer man, you really are the lowest of the low. You've gone and said something I can't forgive. You called my belief into question, my faith in the Holy Mother. And nobody... I didn't even get to finish reading that. He blinded me. I got flashbanged. Oh my god, it really is Jesus. It's Jesus Rock. He's got his own amps and subwoofers. He is making my ears bleed. This is the music of my soul. Death to the lawyer. Hey. Didn't you say it's a pity he plays the same music and over? That kind of takes this lying lawyer straight to hell. He's dripping with lies, running with the Philistines. I'm gonna send that lawyer to the guillotine. Also, why does he look like Jesus, man? Why does he look like white Jesus? And now for something completely different. Wait, is that a Monty Python joke? Holy shit, just wouldn't let me express my rage. Your rage, huh? Isn't the real source of your anger having your lie exposed? You just don't get it. If I lied, it's cause you drove me to it. Jesus was a true American. Of course he was white. Oh, Jesus was white. Oh my god, Jesus was the whitest white that has ever whited in the Mediterranean. It's false accusations. Sorry, but as a lawyer, I'm afraid that's my job. Yeah, well, lawyers are crap. Keep making noise, and I'll have to use my partner here on you. I'm the one making noise. Hey, so you want to know the truth, huh? Think you can handle the truth, do you? Fine. I'll let you try. Feel the heartbeat of my brutal death. Wait, what? Savage, right? Sweating bullets, ain't ya? Brutal death beat is what he said. That's a joke, by the way. Yes, I agree, that's a joke. I understood that was sarcasm, and I was leaning into it. Though Jesus was the whitest white in the Mediterranean. The screams of my soul are gonna make mosh pits out of this peanut gallery. Did he really just win over the court with that performance? What? Yo, geezer, I got something to testify. Get ready for the howling of my soul. I call this chart topper Soul Screaming Truth. Just wanted to be sure. Yeah. Priestess's dance. The priestess's dance had come to an end. In the music storeroom, my way I did wend. Death truth is what you dread. Hear me tread. From my spot in front of the storeroom, I saw Albie creep to the treasure room. And trailing from behind, pound on the scent, I saw patrol after Albie he went. Me and my girl, innocent and sweet, back by the storeroom, can't be beat. Then out went the power, take it to the midnight, blacker than black is black, robbing all sight. Yeah, baby, let that slow metal flow. I better see an exasperated face from Phoenix, right? And so fast, making my head spin. This is Damalan metal. Hey, yo, geezer, how are those ears ringing? Yeah, there we go. That's the face that I was looking for. But I got chills and they're multiplying. Hey, you scared, lawyer man? Run away fast as you can. I need earplugs, man. What a wonderful rhythm. The perfect accompaniment for further deliberations. Oh, Mr. Understanding, what did you go to the music storeroom for? I went to put my Damalon away. She's my precious partner. Gotta give her a good rest after playing the right. What's this case about? So right now, this kid, I'll be your guide. My guide. Is accused of murdering Patrol, the security patrol. Which one? I'll be your guide or Patrol? Or peace, love, and understanding. Jesus' name is peace, love, and understanding. Or understanding. I wanna die. Okay, and then to finish it off, here you go. Gasp in pain. You know, the brother of winced in pain. And then we got regular name Reifa Padma Kurain. Oh, then why did you lie before? Because you'd send me to hell. Huh? We all know about lawyers and their lying lawyerly ways. And am I right, people? If I admitted I went to the storeroom, he'd had drummed up a false charge on me. I didn't want to get sent to hell. What do you say? You feel me, Kurain? Or maybe you really are the killer. I can't hear you. I said, are you ready to teach this lying lawyer how we do things around here? Yeah! They gave Gasp in Pain a line? I'm gonna lay it on you one more time. The screaming of truth of my soul. Dude. I feel my soul run like flying out of my body, man. The cringe names, this guy. Okay. I did wend. That truth is what you dread. Hear me shred. From my spot in the storeroom, I saw Albie creep to the treasure room. Okay, let me take a deep breath. Let me see if I see anything new here. Around me and my girl.
Hold it!
I want to know more about your music storeroom. There, get the picture? No. What picture? Is requesting that you do not ask him the same thing over and over. What I already told you, I was taking care of my partner in crime, getting ready to put her away. Let's see, would you believe it? Then out went power. Take it to midnight black.
Hold it!
Where were you when the power outage occurred? Like I said, I was in the music storeroom. Sounding a little off, so I get to get her back in tune. True that you were actually in, isn't it true that you were actually a hallway in that time? The hallway, you say? Why would I be in the hallway? You were waiting for Mr. Roll to come back from his patrol of this treasure room. Now that he discovered the treasure had been stolen, you were going to kill him. Wait, what? Why would I ever say that? I'm gonna just skip this, and press statements. Yeah, we're pressing statements, trying to understand.
Hold it!
Okay, I guess we'll start over. Music storeroom. But how do we know you didn't go to the music store? Got anything to show for it? I don't have any proof. Well, you can't prove that you didn't go to the treasure room either. Bro, what is Phoenix Wright doing, man? You're ready to panicking around to the music storeroom, isn't that right? Bro, why are you proving everyone right? Audience knows the score. After the priestess dance, I went to the music storeroom. Okay. You can't deny the witness could have killed the victim under...
Objection!
darkness. You're forgetting one important thing. It seems you've forgotten the outage happened by chance, not designed. How do we know that? Witness planned the outage, so he could take advantage. Without darkness, it would have been hard to sneak up behind Roll and kill him. Actually, no, I would. Please. Wait, that's it. Yeah, exactly. Hold up. We pressed the right thing. Could have, with no magic necessary. All he had to do was make use of something shown on the diagram. I mean, he had the breaker right there.
Take that!
Was in the storeroom. The circuit box is on the storeroom end of the hallway. There's nothing really magical about turning off the breaker, wouldn't you say? Nice try, but that theory doesn't hold water, lawyer man. And why not? You're saying I turned the breaker off and snuck up on Mr. Roll and hit him in pitch black darkness with no source of light whatsoever? Is that what you're saying? Yes. The hallway's blacker than 100 midnights. You can't see the hand in front of your face. How could anyone commit murder like that? Unless it was somebody standing right in front of the victim, like the accused. Holding something that served as a guide through the darkness. Come on. I understand it. Okay. Can you present something that could serve the guide through the darkness? Yes, I can. The treasure box. I believe the victim was holding the treasure box. Hmm? Huh? Huh? Have you gone mad? Well, the box glows in the dark, so you could use it as a sort of a beacon. Well, I guess you're right. But why in the world would the victim be holding the treasure box? Oh, well. Oh, wait, did I miss? Did I mess up? Showing to stream with. As to why the victim was holding the treasure box. Victim was holding the treasure box because he was the thief. That's the only explanation. Isn't it possible that it was the victim himself that was the thief? The victim? The thief? What kind of bull are you spewing now? Your Majesty, this guy's off his rocker. If the victim was the thief, everything we've learned so far would all make sense, and it would give us a completely new way to interpret the victim's actions. After the morning dance of devotion, Mr. Roll went to the treasure room. He grabbed the box that contained the treasure and started to take off with it. But then he ran into Albie on the Great Stairs. That's why Mr. Roll pulled the gun on Albie. Then, when the blackout occurred, Mr. Roll was bludgeoned to death in the darkness. This explains why the victim would be holding the glowing treasure box in the dark, and how it would have been possible for someone other than the accused to kill him. You have any idea what you're saying? You're unbelievable, lawyer man. I think you've lost it. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Roll trying to roll the temple. That devout believer, that pious Kurainus. I won't allow you to disparage the victim's departed soul with unfounded allegations. I hope you're prepared to back up the claim. Do I have any proof? Maybe this... Yes, I have proof. The proof that Mr. Roll was the thief may have been left behind on a certain piece of evidence. Very well. Let's see the evidence, be ready to stand by it. What proof? It would have to be the treasure box, right? It's either the crime photo or the treasure box itself.
Take that!
So let's go for the treasure box. There might be trace evidence on it that would show that the victim had held it. Okay, let's examine. Right stick, we can check Y and B to zoom in and out. Reset to... okay. We don't know anything about the orb. Victim's blood. It's found when the victim was hit with something else. Why is there two? Victim was holding. Blood must have been closed. Hey, what? You son of a! You locked it. So? I thought you can only open it. You can open it with that key you're wearing. Yeah, I can, no sweat. Then why is there such a bucket load? I think I'd like to open this box back up again. Could you lend me your Magatama key? Sure. Huh? It won't open. Would you look at that? The thief must have busted the lock when they forced the box open. Really? Because I'm not so sure about that. Bloodstain. It shows the outline of a hand. Could this be what I've been looking for? Oh, Magistrate, take a look at this. There's a blood stain here that outlines the shape of a hand. Alright. I believe that bloodstain is the outline of the victim's hand as he was holding the box. What? Even as he was being struck, he held on tight to the precious treasure box. After all, he'd gone through a lot of trouble to steal it. The blood from his head wound spattered across his hand and onto the box.
Objection!
Where's your proof? Okay. In the crime scene photo. Show proof or prepare to meet the streers. And bite your tongue out now and submit it instead. Yes, we do.
Take that!
Mr. Payne, despite your claims about my forked tongue, it just so happens I have the proof you require. You do? It's right here in this crime scene photo. It is where? Please, Vance, point it out.
Take that!
Mr. Payne, take a good look at the victim's hand. See this? That's blood. What? If we place Mr. Roll's hand inside the bloody outline, you think the blood on his hand would complete the splatter? Exactly. And if they do form one complete splatter, sorry, I keep saying spatter. I mean, it's supposed to be splatter. It would prove my theory correct. Then the victim really was holding the box. I'm willing to bet my life on it. The defense reasserts that the victim was the thief who stole the treasure box. You can't be serious. I protest. There's no way they would ever match up. I said, ow. Talk about tongue karma. He just bit his. What's the matter, Mr. Payne? Did your forked tongue get tangled up in there? Or were you trying to submit your own tongue to the court? Why you... I can hardly believe it. Apparently not everything out of the defense's mouth is bluff. Of course not, your majesty. The tongue doesn't lie. And I'd like to continue to use my tongue in the future too, if you don't mind. If you wouldn't mind. Not Mr. Roll, I can't believe it. I'm sorry, Albie. I know it's upsetting news. He must have needed the money badly, probably to support his family. After all, he even gave up his dream of becoming a monk to help them. Oh, so that thing Mr. Roll would say to me. Albie, you train hard and make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he'd say. Yeah. He was probably warning you not to end up a thief.
Objection!
Now, wait just one moment. If the victim was a thief and he was holding the treasure box, then that means Mr. Roll was holding the murder weapon when he was killed. Oh, that's a very good point. It doesn't make much sense.
Objection!
Then if the victim was holding the treasure box, it wouldn't have been the murder. It couldn't have been the murder weapon. Which means the real murder weapon must have been something else. The real murder weapon was something else. The blood was thought to have gotten on the box when the box was used as a weapon. But it turns out that wasn't the case. The blood splattered onto the treasure box the victim was holding when he was struck with the real weapon. That's what really happened. Isn't that right, Mr. Understanding? Are you insinuating I'm the one who used this real weapon? Are you saying I'm wrong in my understanding? You got me riled up, lawyer man. I feel a song coming on. Oh, shut up about your songs, man! A weapon that just don't exist. Pathetic lawyer man, drop into the abyss. Despicable lawyer man. Yo, you make me sick, you can disappear just like a magistrate. Or the lawyer man, done by a weapon. Or you miserable wretch, hell doth beckon. Yeah, okay. Why, you're cheering for the murderer. That your life is on the line. I know, that's why I'm saying all this. A mere idea of a real murder weapon. I'm confident the real murder weapon does indeed exist. That's a bold claim, Mr. Wright. Now let's see you back it up. Show us which piece of evidence points to this real murder weapon. Okay. Let's see, this thing shows you...
Take that!
What I'm about to present is really nothing more than a possibility, but this thin thread is all I've got. Allow me to direct the court's attention to this photo of the morning dance of devotion. That photo? How is that going to help you, Mr. Wright? There's something wrong about it that doesn't sit right with me. Yeah, what's this something, huh? Your guitar, or what it's called.
Take that!
And Mr. Understanding, why is the instrument you're holding different from the one you're playing in the photo? Would you look at that? They're completely different shapes. I believe you said your Damalon was your one and only. Well, Mr. Understanding, what do you have to say to that? You're cheating on your Damalon? I got nothing to say. Then allow me to answer for you. They're different because the one in the photo is no longer in playable condition. Where does it take place? The whole game? It takes place in the sacred land of Khura'in, where where it is a matriarchy and the leader is a spirit medium. And Maya is actually training here. That's the whole reason why we're here in the first place. To go see Maya. Not have to use it to bludgeon Mr. Roll to death. My old partner wasn't doing so hot, so I brought her sister along. That's all. Not a big deal, lawyer man. In that case, please submit your own Damalon to this court as evidence. Too bad, you're too late. I got rid of her yesterday. You what? Burned her up with the rest of the trash. Ashes to ashes, baby. And I see more trash right here in this court that needs to burn in the fires of hell. Lawyer trash. Bruh. Oh, come on, that was pathetic. Your agony can sound better than that. Where's that great scream of yours? I think I've heard enough. It seems the defense is unable to produce the evidence it needs to prove its assertion. That's only because the witness destroyed it. Evidence is everything in court. Bruh, don't tell me you've forgotten the most fundamental principle of our profession. Claim that Mr. Understanding the murderer has no more than conjecture. You seem to be one thing you're forgetting. You accuse Mr. Understanding of being the thief, but the real thief turned out to be the victim. And with that, Mr. Understanding's proposed motive for murder goes out the window. Great point. Ah, good point. If I had been there, I would have just collared Roll and got the treasure back. There wasn't any reason for me to kill him now, was there? You guys are way too bloodthirsty, man. You with less majesty in addition to crime being the by-lawyer man type of you and then the little Twilight Realm. Ugh. Guilty, I just know it. He must have had some reason to kill Mr. Roll, but for what? Because he wanted to steal it first. Turn my thinking around. I shouldn't be trying to figure out what Mr. Understand his motive was. I should be thinking about what kind of motive, what kind of situation would give him a motive. Did you steal it? We know that Mr. Roll was a thief, and that he got his hand on some box. Then why in the world did he ask Albie that question? What about the treasure box? Prompted him to. Now I get it. Now it all makes sense. Your Majesty, please hold off your ruling for just a little while longer. It's just that I realized something important. We've been operating under serious misconception this whole time. That's right. A mistake notion about the treasure box. This box is a fake! The treasure box was that it was gone? It was gone or it wouldn't open. I'm trying to prove that the box is a fake. So I'm just gonna say it was gone. I would like to suggest that the treasure box was already gone. Huh? What about the treasure box was found beside the body? It's a fake. It must have been a fake. What? Unfortunately for you, we're positive that the box is genuine article. We even got an expert to authenticate it. Huh? That all... Oh! The thing we didn't realize about the treasure box was that... Oh, it was empty. What if the treasure box was already empty from the start? What? What? Please recall that when Mr. Roll ran into Albie... Did you steal it, he said. He asked the boy a question. Did you steal it, he said. Also recall that Mr. Roll was holding the treasure box at this time. So then, why then did he ask Albie the question that he did? That is peculiar, isn't it? Not at all, Your Majesty. Not once you realize that by the time Mr. Roll got to the treasure room, the treasure box was already empty. I beg your pardon. Mr. Roll suspected that Albie had gotten to it first, which is why he confronted Albie when he ran into the boy on the stairs.
Objection!
But how would the victim have known the treasure box was empty? He didn't have any way of opening it.
Objection!
It was already open. Once a year, the victim had the duty of carrying the treasure box to the palace. He even got to carry the box to the palace for New Year's rites. He would have been able to tell by the weight when he lifted it that the box was empty. Mr. Roll most likely decided to at least steal the empty box. It's an important historical artifact in and of itself, after all. What's your point, Mr. Wright? What does any of this have to do with Mr. Understanding? My point is this. It gave Mr. Understanding a motive to murder the victim. A motive? And Mr. Understanding, keeping the treasure safe is one of your duties, isn't it? So if anyone had found out the treasure head was missing, you would have been accused of incompetence. From the moment Mr. Roll discovered that the treasure was gone, his fate was sealed. Because you decided then that he had to be silenced forever. But that's absurd. Can you believe the stuff that comes out of this guy's mouth? This is all just a colossal joke. So then what really happened to the treasure? It had been stolen long before this incident occurred by Mr. P's beloved, loving understanding himself. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to accuse Mr. Understanding? Your Majesty, please don't listen to these trumped-up charges. The defense is grounded.
Objection!
The treasure box can only be opened with the key Mr. Understanding holds. Who else could have stolen the treasure?
Objection!
As I said, the accused stole the treasure by forcing open the box. Your Majesty, I call for a swift ruling. I'm not ready to give my verdict yet. What? The defense has successfully presented a new possibility in this case. Mr. Understanding, would you care to make any statements in response to the defense claims? This is all bull. My noggin's a rage cage and it's ready to explode, baby. Instructor Understanding, please calm yourself. No, I'm not gonna take it. No, I'm not gonna take it. No, I ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. Sorry, it's a reference to a song. I wonder how many other songs were referenced when that was the only one that I recognized. Or that Treasure with Pride. And now I'm getting accused of stealing it? This lawyer is a lying scumbag. You better believe I got something to say. Open up your ear holes, sheeple. Let's rock. Death to the lying lawyer. If all you're gonna say is death to the lawyer to rile up the crowd, then you really don't have any leg to stand on, man. Build the fountain door. Me. I did it. This lying lawyer insult. Oh, whoops. No limit. All this time I guarded the oral faithfully. Take your duty to the Holy Mother, easy to see. Hands unclean, the accused did the deed. Force the box open, no key did he need. Lying lawyer. Okay, wait, hold on. If you can force it open, then force it open for us. As a defense claims, Alright. This is your wet requiem. Okay. The last song you'll ever hear on this mortal coil. Okay, what about you?
Hold it!
No key did he need. The defense, that's a lie. In fact, you're the one who opened it, isn't that right? Well, bust on account of the box being forced open. Oh. The lock was busted and would open up for you earlier. A different key or... Maybe there's a different way to open it. From being stolen. You're the only one who knows how to work, isn't that right? Okay. What if we examine the box one? We can't examine the box again.
Hold it!
What if I wonder... Okay, hold up. Hidden in the key. No, okay, so it's hidden in the box. Wait, what? He desecrated a box by opening it without using his Mitama key. This... Only the Mitama key unlocks the treasure. But you just proved that... Oh wait, no. Maybe you have to do it upside down. Oh wait, okay. What did I say? What did I need to say? I feel like something about understanding his testimony. What if I present... Okay.
Objection!
He put it in the opposite way. Your key, the Mitama key, didn't you? But didn't you originally say called the Magatama key? Yeah. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I was thinking of, like, maybe the key had to be upside down. I don't know, Your Majesty, but apparently it's the crucial question. What's the big deal? Well, I said the wrong thing. So what? Simple at the tongue. An A for F, the grandstanding betrays his desperation. It's important. The Magatama key, but rather the Mitama key. And I believe the discrepancy holds significance for the defense. You're riding the crazy train, bruh. The crazy train. However, I'm eager to find out. Is the name of the key. The Mitama key is connected to Founder Orb. Mitama is something else, no? When above embraces the Mitama.
Take that!
The Song of Ceremony. Your Majesty, the Song of Ceremony tells of the treasure of the founder of Korainism, but hidden within its lyrics is a secret behind how to really open the treasure box. Mother. But how can that be defense? The Song of Ceremony contains the following lyrics. When the butterfly embraces the Mitama, in the favor of the orb is bestowed. I believe the Mitama here refers to the Mitama key. It's the same word, but that doesn't mean. Even calling this key the Magatama key, and that's why I inserted the key into the lock with the Magatama design on it. That was obviously not the right way to use it. I suppose you know the right way. Flip it vertically. Flip it vertically? Does... If we turn the Magatama shape upside down like this... Hey, I was right! It becomes a Kurai-ni symbols of the soul. Otherwise, in other words, a Mitama. You're absolutely right. But now what? What do you do with it? It's too big to fit into the lock that way. Some other places key fits, but where? When the butterfly embraces the Mitama? Or should the Mitama actually be used? Wait, hold on. Here. Right here.
Got it!
Oh. Would you look at that? My goodness, the treasure box, it really opened. No way, man. What? No! And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the real secret behind the Song of Ceremony. It's the true key to opening the treasure box. It's all over, Mr. Payne. How so? Let's say someone was fooled into trying to force the front-facing lock open. Sadly for them, it won't budge. That's because the lock is, after all, a decoy. Then what you're saying is, neither the victim nor the defendant would have been able to open the box. They therefore had no way of stealing the treasure. The only one who could have stolen it is the one man who knew about the Mitama key. Peace, love, and understanding. But I'm not done yet. Please recall the scene of the crime. on the floor by Mr. Roll's body was a very unlocked, very open treasure box. Only someone who knew how to open the box could have left it in that state. And so, there can only be one true culprit. Admit it, Mr. Understanding. You're the one who killed Mr. Roll. God, that's loud as shit. Is this loud for y'all too? Because it's deafening my eardrums. I need to lower the volume of the game, I think. Holy shit! Oh, he broke his... But how is his ears okay, I wonder? He probably has earplugs, man. Yeah. Cuckoo. Curse him. It's all his fault. Why did he have to try and steal the treasure? Why'd I have to slot him with that box on my way to the storeroom after the morning dance? It's his fault I had to cause that blackout and clock him good. Oh, so you admit it. Thank you. I couldn't let my secret get out. Nobody could know the treasure box was empty. I'd lose my position as head monk. Who knows what else they'd do to me. I had to stop him. So, their sacred treasure is gone. What a shocking development. I can scarcely believe it. Nothing like this has ever happened since the DC Act was enacted 23 years ago. No, my perfect unblemished record destroyed. The incredible pain ruined. Good. Fuck you. No. Get rid of your crown, bitch. And your toupee while you're at it, you bald fuck. Did the lawyer really win? I can't believe it. No way. This can't be happening. Well, you better believe it. Peace. Honestly, we can't just as shocked as everyone else. But the truth has been made known, so it's time for me to give my verdict. In the name of the Holy Mother, this court finds the accused. I'll be your guide. Not guilty. That's crazy. We get a whole spirit of butterflies surrounding the not guilty guy. Damn, this spirit shit is kind of intense. There's still quite a commotion. The people from the gallery show no sign of clearing out. I can't believe it. Not guilty. I'm still in shock. Can you believe that guy? This can't be happening. It's impossible. The Holy Mother preserve us. I've never seen a defendant lobby quite this uncomfortable. Mr. Wright! Oh, I'll be... Thank you so much for what you did for me. Aww. I'm just glad it turned out okay. It was touch and go there for a while. I'm really sorry, Mr. Wright. I had a really hard time trusting you at first. That's okay. In the first place. At least I wish I could explain, but I really don't know why. Oh, so you don't even know either. I never even questioned it before today. At the time I was born, all the liars were already gone. As far back as I can remember, verdicts have been based on her benevolence insights. Hold on, there's a smudge on my controller. Right, Rafa, the Holy Priestess. Royal Priestess, my bad. Found truth imparted by the very souls of dead, lacking partiality. Cause they don't know the whole truth. The soul is not omnipotent, bruh. Or omnipresent. Or actually no, omniscient. Omniscient? Which one am I thinking of, chat? Omniscient? I know omnipotent is all powerful. Omnipresent is all... Oh, okay, omniscient is what I'm thinking of. The soul is not omniscient, man. Being killed from behind changes a lot of shit, a lot of perspective. Omni-Man. Wrong show. People could easily wind up receiving wrongful convictions. Don't say that out so loud. People might think you're a rebel. You could be arrested. A rebel? That's right, one of the people going against our queen in the court system. They call themselves the Defiant Dragons, and they're led by a scary guy named Dirk. They'll do anything to overthrow her eminence, even commit crimes. Remember the people in the gallery mentioning that name. Traitorous Dirk. The things you're saying sound a lot like the stuff they say. But you're not scary like that Dirk guy. Oh, who is it this time? Who are you? Yeah, you. I want to talk to you, see? Flight, is it? Right, and you are? I'm the Kuranese Minister of Justice. The name's Inga Karkul Kurain. I oversee the whole little shebang. I was watching the Three-Ring Circus in there. You were? Uh-oh. Along minimum, grown-ups are talking here. Can I help you with something? I just wanted a good look at you. Guys like you aren't exactly a dime a dozen around here. Well then. Oh yeah, might as well share this little morsel with you. Turns out Roll was a seasoned thief. A repeat offender, see? Had my men look into it, and they found all the booty he'd pilfered right there in his digs. So like, wow. Guess he was doing it for the family. What a mook. A mook? How can I say that? Get you coming full all misty-eyed, huh? Anyway, another thing. I had my men check out what that understanding fella too. He wasn't the one with the sticky fingers. It's the insurgents. What? They put the squeeze on our head monk, apparently, so he gave up on the founder's orb and tried to keep it hush-hush. Wow. Say, what? That's a cute little number you pulled in my courtroom today, wasn't it? First not guilty ruling in 23 years. You're making waves, see? Stirring the pot. Catch my drift? Oh, well, I just wanted to believe in him. Thanks to that song and dance, we know our precious national treasure got nicked. So I'm gonna call it a wash and let it slide this time. You do best to read between the lines here, chump. You're standing on thin ice, you get my drift? What is he, a mafioso? And even dirty, no-good Nick Punk knows to cash in his chips before the house steps in? Do us both a favor and keep an eye on the path you're walking down. You never know whose toes you might be stepping on. This ain't your turf, buddy. Never forget whose soil it is you're standing on. What the fuck? He's kind of scary, huh? God damn. When can we consider our sightseeing tour? Don't you until Miss Maya's training ends, and there's still a lot more to see and all kinds of local food to see. I can show you the natural beauty of the area and the waterfall used for training. Oh, okay. I'm not even continuing. He's doing it without my consent, man. He's going off and off. I didn't get to read the whole thing. Okay, hold on. The temple to see, local foods to eat, natural beauty area, the waterfall used for training, mountain view of the Plaza of Devotion, dangle you off a really steep with that offers your soul a great view of the Twilight Realm, and walking on a bed of nails doubles up as a foot massage. God. But most importantly, you should do something with that chipped tooth, man.
So, how about that not guilty, Dirk?
I heard. Sounds like the winds of change are beginning to stir.
So is Dirk a bad guy or a good guy? Because what I'm saying here is the queen is not what I'm like understanding is that the queen is not the good guy here. All right, I'm gonna end it here. Because it's a little short, but I'm ending it here. Chapter 1 took 2.5 hours. Actually, a lot longer than I expected, right? Okay, yeah, costumes. Go the tiger. I swapped to the tiger and I was like, this is funny, and I totally forgot about it. Yeah, we'll give her the other alternate outfit. But who's the third one? Oh, that's Athena Sykes. So she appears in the previous game, right? She was a new character here, and basically she uses psychology to help us out. So I can't wait to see that, right? Because this one goes back to Apollo Justice. I see Trucy Wright. There are 6 games, 6 Ace Attorney games, and 6 main Ace Attorney games and 2 Miles Edgeworth games. 2 spin-offs. And this is number 6. We're on the final game. So we have 4 more chapters and a special episode to go. This is with Apollo Justice, who uses micro expressions. Basically, he has a bracelet that helps him determine micro expressions better, which is so cool. And then this game, and then this game. This is with Maya. This is with Athena Sykes. And I guess this is the final showdown. And then this is a special episode. What am I gonna play after I finish it? I'm gonna be playing in 6 days. There's gonna be a game called Mega Man Star Force Collection, which I pre-ordered. I'm probably gonna stream that because I love the Star Force Mega Man Star Force games, because that, I don't know, I grew up with that one, and that was a fun one to watch and play. I played the first game. I think it was because I remember there were like 3 games. Like, you know how Pokemon have like a first version, a second, 2 versions, and then a third version sometimes. Basically that for but 3 immediately for the first Mega Man game. I remember playing one of them, and then the second one I played on emulator. Same with the third one. So but I don't remember any of it anymore. I just remember that I did play it. So I hope to revisit that nostalgia. But yeah, that's all for today. We'll end it here. That one chapter being 2.5 hours long. Whew! I'm excited to see the other games, because like the first few games, they were short. Even the first episode was short, but then it got longer and longer. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles took the whole streaming day. I remember like at the very least the episode 1, and then it took like multiple days to do the subsequent episodes. But so I expect this to be the same for Spirit of Justice. So yeah, this is gonna take a while, so I'm excited. And yeah, I think that's it. I hope everyone has a great day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And as always, thanks for the stream. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you all.